Good morning. We got a big plan. Today we're going to lay down 288 fuel generators and we're going to kickstart this rocket fuel power plant. We got a lot of work to do, so we're not going to mess around. We're just going to get started right away. I'm going to move this one over a little bit. I've just put a couple of those out. I'm going to move it over and up 1, 2, or 3, something like that, because I kind of felt it was a little, it's pretty much almost the same height as that one and a little lower than this one. First thing we want to do though is we want to get the ceiling lights on the generator blueprint. So let's load that up. Generator blueprint right here. So we do have this one with the glass foundations, but we're not going to use that. We're going to, obviously the ceiling, well, maybe not so obvious, but the ceiling acts as the floor for the next floor above. So you don't want both a foundation and a ceiling. And since the ceiling has lighting on it, it's much more complicated. Well, it's not that complicated, but it's harder to set up. It's harder to wire and all those things. So we want to make sure that that is as optimized as possible. So we're going to do it this way. We'll go in and we'll place the bottom floor with the 5x5 glass foundation. Where's it at? Right here. This one. Then we'll place the generators that have ceilings, and then we just have to do, well, so for the generator buildings, they're going to be 3 tall, like this right here. Anyway, let's get this started. I'm going to load, I guess we can load the generic one, or actually there's no generic one for this. We can load this one here. And let's just make sure these things are wired in a good way. So yeah, it kind of does this U over here, and then it wires back to this. So when we place them down with auto connect, the pipe should connect, and then we just got to go through and connect this to that pole from the next instance. But the thing that's missing here is the ceiling. So we're going to pop one of those on. And we're going to do the 5x5. And we might rewire this. Yeah, okay. So we want the arrow pointing towards us. And we'll always start with our console of the blueprint here. And that's how we keep everything lined together. Just need to raise the roof. I think maybe that's okay. I'd like to be able to stand on here, but it's not as big of a deal. And it doesn't really matter how tall this thing is. So here I can fly through, no problem. So let's go with that. And then for lighting, these are wired, but they're wired a little bit inconvenient. So we're just going to rewire them. Main thing we want to do is make it easy so that when we go through and connect these wires, we can connect these wires, you know, the lighting as well. Oh, actually, yeah. No, we're fine. It was fine that way. The important thing is, one, we're going to go straight up. Looks pretty good. This way, not. There we go. And then from there, it's not going to matter because once we connect this one to the next one, it will have this same thing that will light its lights. So this order doesn't matter, just as long as it everything gets lit, it should be fine. We have lots of headroom in this one, so we can go and fix these, but you don't really want to put 288 down and then have to go through and fix them all. So, I'm fairly confident that this is good. Okay. And since we have our blueprint and stuff here, we're not going to do this one first. We'll probably go do that one over there first. We don't need any more blenders on our to-do list. They're all placed, so let's just clear those out. And so we can see what we need here, which is lots and lots of motors. Oh. That reminds me. We want to double overclock these. We don't have enough to do the whole thing. Let's see, how many do we have? We got 390, and we need 576 to do them all. But we'll definitely do the first. So 96, what is it, 192? Yeah, we can do the first two buildings worth, no problem. So we'll do that. We're gonna put these in here so that we don't have to go and overclock them later. Okay, everybody's double clocked. So now these are 500 megawatts each. And it's 96 per building. So 48 megawatts per building, or 48 gigawatts per building. Now I'm good with the placement here on this one. Oh, you know, I was thinking about, no, actually I already raised it up. One thing we don't want to do is destroy any foliage in our park here. So I raised it up just enough so that this tree will be fine. And we're doing 2 wide and 4 long. So let's just make sure these numbers are correct. This should be 10. And that's 10. That's what we need. All right, let's do it. Let's start laying them down. We're gonna put this blueprint on hotkey because we're gonna be using it a lot. Oh yeah. So since we don't have a floor on it, we need to put the floor down first. So we'll go to here and use this one. What, half notch? That looks like that needed to go half notch. Where's this go? Right here. All right, generator time. And we're gonna do auto connect. See how those poles line up? Just nicely. So we just got to go through and connect the power on those. We'll do that on another pass though. I probably should get rid of some stuff out of my inventory and then get lots of the other things that we need so we don't have to keep going back and forth. Look at this. We have a pure crude node right here. We're not even going to use it because we don't want to have an extractor right in the middle of our park. Also a pure sulfur node there as well. We brought the sulfur in from over there, and there's another crude node just right over there, which we're using. Guess we just want to have a junk box over here. So we don't need computers, we don't need this. We need some flying juice. Yeah, we got flying juice. We're gonna need more plastic. Doesn't look like heavy modular frames are required for this task. All right. Lots of motors. Let's actually redo this list here. So it's, wait, did I not clear it? We're gonna do 96, but it's actually 96 divided by 4 is 24. So we just want 24 of those blueprints. There we go. That way we'll have a much more reasonable amount of supplies to carry around. We can do a whole... How many days? 1,400? Oh, come on. Yeah, there's really not going to be any way for us to do all this. These belts, we actually don't need belts at all. No pipes. We're gonna go defenseless here. We don't need to carry these because we have them in our beams. Do we even bring beams? We didn't even bring beams. This is going to be a problem. I have 2,000. I only need 1,400. Okay. Copper. Copper down here. Let that fill up. How's our... Yeah, we're going to definitely have a beam issue. Did we bring concrete? Nope. Looks like it's going to take a couple of passes. We probably should just do it a floor at a time, huh? Well, let's see how far we can get. We'll go back to the base and grab a box of concrete and a box of beams. Okay, we need to make sure we're rotated the right direction so our power poles line up. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of going back and forth unless we get a little bit smarter here. Yeah. Couple things. First, we're going to put a little can in here that'll help us get back and forth faster. Also, we're going to put some motors, rubber, these things in here. Do we even need casings? We don't need casings for this. So most of the stuff we'll put back in. I can enter just a little bit shorter than that. Quick wire. We don't really need all that quick wire. We have Dimensional Depot, but it just doesn't feed fast enough. Okay. And we have motors over there. Let's get rid of these. We don't need rotors. We needed the concrete and the beams, so we're gonna go back and grab both concrete and beams. What do we need more of? We need more concrete. Uh, 2,000 concrete. So for the whole thing, this is 2,400. So we need about 3 times. This is, yeah, 1/3. So let's say 9,000. So about half. So we needed 9,000. We took 12,000, so we should be good there. And then the rest we'll grab beams. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Plastic. One thing we don't have enough of right now. Oh, we don't really need that much plastic. We're fine, actually. But let's pull it from the inventory at least, so that way the... Oh, there's only 25 in there. Okay. We brought plastic over, so we should be okay. Unless we used it already. Okay. Okay, back to the business. It'll be good here for a little bit. Wire. Need a lot of wire, huh? sheets. Oh, we got a little bit. We got plenty of quick wire over there. Guess we can just take the rest of motors. Copper sheets. I don't think we have any more left over here, do we? Seems like we are needing more sheets than we anticipated. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to finish all 3 buildings with the amount of sheets we've got. Quick wire. We actually have quick wire over there, but wire is another issue. And wire is not even filling up. We're gonna have to go back and get more wire, it looks like. We might be able to finish this building. This the way we're doing it. Power on the left. Yeah. That's how we're doing it. Wire. Yeah, it's not. There's no active depot for wire, apparently. And that's so weird. I was pretty sure we had enough copper sheets, but it doesn't seem like that now. We have 3,400 left. We might. We're down to 208 power shards. Wire's actually over here. What's this guy? Plastic, I think. Holy no. Okay. Well, okay, I see. We do have a wire to a depot, but we don't have any wire going into that depot. We should just snake some of this wire here and put it in a depot. We'll actually go move those. They're no longer being used. So let's put down another box right here. We want a smart splitter. Of course. Overflow. Okay. Now, also, we need to just grab some wire out of these machines. We actually don't need that much wire, so... but we do need to get, so this guy is now making cable, and we don't have any cable in our, where's this cable going? It's going over here. So we can steal it from right here. Put a smart splitter on that. Logistics. We can fit it in there. Oh yeah, it fits. It's not pretty, but it's a little bit of an emergency situation. Overflow to the left. And we need a depot. Okay, so we should be getting cable. Let's steal a couple stacks. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I think we actually have cable in here. Yeah. I don't think we need very much. Yeah, we have way more than we need. Oh, we're gonna need more. Let's see, what else should we grab while we're here? So we still need to do 192. Oh, 192 at least. 192 divided by 4 is 48. Power, this one, 50 of those. Yeah, we definitely don't have the power shards. 8,500, and it said we only had about a couple, we had about 3,000, I think. Plastic we're a little bit short on. Alright, so we'll grab some plastic, and the rest we'll grab in sheets. Actually, I don't think there's any plastic to grab. This guy off? He should be off. Well, sheets are over here. Why don't we have any plastic? It's definitely not going to be enough. Okay. There's one building done. What did it say we needed? Quickfire? We don't need this stuff here anymore. Really? We don't even have enough to finish this off? We need 2 more power shards. Actually, we do. We got a summer sloop. And we can put down a constructor. We should have some power slugs. Yeah, we got plenty. But first thing we need to do is make some cable. Actually got a power start. We got a quick draw at first. Summer sloop at first. Okay, and then gotta plug it in. Okay, then switch it. So that'll get us enough to finish this next building. I guess we can leave the last building unpower sharded and then come back and power shard them later. We'll have to go collect some more slugs. Okay, so that should be enough. Yeah, we'll just leave this here. So we have enough to do this building. We're gonna put this building slightly different. Actually, let's put another, I guess we don't really need it. So we're gonna scooch this one over and raise it up just a hair. Maybe here. It doesn't feel like this is rotated correctly. Yeah, it's not. I think we're gonna go right here. Oh yeah, the steel is from all of this frames that I didn't have in the blueprint at the time I made the original list. That's why we didn't have the beams here. Rubber and beams. Okay, we don't need that much concrete. We can get rid of most of it. Then wire also, or cable. Okay, that's good on cable. How are we doing on concrete? Let's just keep getting rid of it until we can't. All right, sheets. Okay. That's all the beams we have, so we can't really do anything about that, but we do got quick wire. Take it all. Actually, we need to grab some rubber. Okay, so we can build a bunch. Did we make it to the end? We didn't make it to the end, but that's right. Let's just start here. Beams and motors. Got 2 more layers to go on that machine, that building, and then this is the final building here. So we're almost halfway there. Is that enough beams? Too many beams? Oh, no, not too many. And motors is really our big deal here. We need motors more than we need sheets at the moment. Okay. I think after we get this building done, we'll go and do some plumbing and try to turn on some power. We're gonna probably turn on half of the blenders and then just get that first building of generators working, because we are really low on power right now. I turned off almost everything to get us I think we have about 5 gigawatts overhead, and it's going to take 6 gigawatts to start this thing. So if we just start half of it, we should be good. But once this thing is up and running, then our power problems will be solved for a little while. The motors are very low density, so that's my biggest issue right at the moment. We have lots of motors, we just can't fit that many in the inventory. How much to finish this building? Let's just get the full 500. Okay. Okay. Rubber. And quick wire. We need beams. I don't think we have any more. I mean, each one of these are made out of 20, but it's not going to get us very far. Oh, hey, what about here? We got another 100 in here. I don't think we had any over at that. Those, I think there might have been like a couple in there. But yeah, we'll be able to get the rest from the depot by the time we get there. Start back here. We gotta clear this out. I don't want to delete that power, then we won't be able to fly. We're good here. This is the last floor. This building. That's it. So we got 192 of them placed. Just 96 more to go. Yeah, I was thinking we were going to switch, but now I don't want to switch. Let's just keep going. Get this thing done. We got inventory space? Yeah, we do. We'll need to go grab some more. Yeah, this stuff is all kind of in the way here. I mean, we could go up just a little bit. Let's have a look, see what it looks like. Yeah, we actually do want to go up a little bit anyway. Because these are almost level, and we don't want that. We're not looking for any kind of symmetry in this build. Although it's got a, yeah, they're cubes. Cubes are symmetrical. But what we'll do is right here. Yeah, we're gonna definitely need to go back and get more beams. What's it say on? Oh, our list is over. Let's add another list. Power. We need 24 of these. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have the power shards for this. We're gonna just leave the power shards out. That way, all of them will be unsharded. Let's just do this a floor at a time. 24, so that's 8. And that way we can make sure that we get enough to do a floor. Still not enough on the beams. Well, we have everything we need, so for one floor. Well, I guess that didn't include the foundation, so that's probably going to be an issue. Yeah, see, we're already low on beams now. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I guess what we have to do is update the blueprint. We got ourselves a little bit of a catch-22. How many do we need? We don't need that many. Just 8? Oh, we have 8. I'll just put them in this box over here. Okay. Yep. Save it. Now we should be good. Concrete. I think there's some concrete over there. This guy's got concrete. Alright, we finally run out of beans. Mm-hmm. Rubber and copper sheet. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, we didn't finish this first floor. So we need 1, 2, 3, and 4. 7. Plus 8. 15. Ooh. We have more sheets somewhere, right? Okay, we did have enough sheets. Plastic, though, is an issue. Any plastic in here? 2. Thank God we have 2 plastic in there. I'm not going to get very far on the rubber. Don't need these. Don't need these. Don't need these. Alright. Let's keep going. Alright, last floor. Got enough rubber. There's some quick wire over where's our cannon? Right here. I think we have all the quick wire we need over here. Oh, there's a box there too. Wonder what's in that. Not much. Is that enough? That is enough. Oh, there's beams here too. I didn't realize we had all these beams here. What's this guy? Concrete? Put these in here. For safekeeping. Alright, did it. We just need plastic. And I don't know why we don't have plastic. I mean, we can do a little bit, but well, it looks like we'll only be able to do about less than half. That's it. All right, let's go find some plastic. We have plastic here, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be making... I mean, it's making a couple, but being consumed somewhere. I guess we had that box probably set to overflow. So let's go see where this plastic is flowing to. It obviously goes straight to computers, and so this guy is using plastic. Let's turn him off. And this guy, turn him off. And then, is this set to overflow? So we want this to be any and this to be none. Okay, so now all the plastic we got should be going into here, which then goes into the depot. But we're just not getting very much plastic, so... I think that's the only place we're really using it in the factory. I don't think this guy uses plastic. Maybe here. Oh, here we go. We found some. There we go. That's enough to finish our project. Well, maybe not enough to finish it, but where are all the supercomputers? I guess we got 29, so probably we got 129. All right, well, we can go finish our Generators, at least. This is the last building in the complex. Then it's just plumbing. And we gotta deal with some power situations. Gonna have to go power slug hunting, since this whole building doesn't have its power slugs. Motors, encased beams, and sheets. Just put one of these in here. That's all we needed. There are sheets in here. Ooh. Oops. I'm not seeing any sheets. Well, I thought we had enough to do the whole project. We got pretty close. It's probably because we use a lot of plastic and a lot of sheets and various pipes around, and didn't really take that into account when we were planning. Let's try that again. Missed it by that much. Why don't I unlock nuclear power? That's a good question. I mean, I could do that. Probably will. But this thing gets me 144 gigawatts with no hassles. And nuclear power is a huge hassle. You just open yourself up to all kinds of, I mean, you got to go all the way to the end of the game to deal with the waste. Where here, I can just put that polymer into an awesome sink, and I got 144 gigawatts, and life is good. So that's the main reason why I'm not doing nuclear right now. I will probably do nuclear on this playthrough. Haven't decided for sure. But you don't need to. You can totally just use, like this particular set of recipes we're doing is the rocket fuel, nitro rocket fuel with diluted fuel and heavy oil residue. And it's just a super simple, we're using one single pure crude node to generate 144 gigawatts of power. Of course, you need sulfur, coal, nitrogen, and water as well. Anyway, we came here for sheets. But it's definitely a lot easier to deal with than nukes. I mean, I don't really need that many sheets, but what the heck. We still have a bunch of plumbing to do to get this thing working, but probably not going to use that much. There's a power slug right there. We do need to go power slug hunting because this third building doesn't have any power slugs in it. We're double overclocking so that we don't have to do the full 576 fuel generators. But we didn't have enough to do this building, so those two buildings are overclocked double. And this building has no overclocking on it. Would have just taken twice as many, 576 instead of the 288 that we're doing. And we're done. Now we gotta go do a bunch of wiring. We're doing a lot of daisy chaining here, but across blueprints I like to use power poles. Why is this look like it's lit? There's no power. It does that in the blueprint designer sometimes too. Yeah, this one seems like it's lit also. Yeah, actually, I kind of rushed into phase 4 just so that I could get this rocket fuel plant online. Those 3 recipes, the heavy oil residue, diluted fuel, and nitro rocket fuel, need to be on phase 4 to get all of those. Well, not the heavy oil residue. That one you can get earlier. I already had it. I have a power plant over there that's using it. That's just 5 gigawatts. But that is going to be used to kickstart this thing. Basically gonna have to turn off everything in the factory because this takes about 6 gigawatts just to start up. I'm doing 2x power on this playthrough, so would normally take just 3 gigawatts to turn this thing on. We're not going to turn it all on at once. We'll do half of it. At least half of the blenders. Both the blenders and the refineries are 2 floors, so I'll just do the bottom floor of both of those. And then once this thing is running, then we'll turn on the rest. I should have painted these. What was I thinking? Yeah, well, I'm not changing it now. I mean, it didn't take that long to lay these things out, but still. I'm not going to delete it just for a paint job. Suppose I can come through and paint them all, but... I wouldn't even attempt this project if we didn't have blueprints. I played this game for a long time before there was blueprints, and I never built any gigantic... I mean, I probably did like 50 gigawatts or something like that. Okay. Is that it? Did we do them all? I think we're done. All the buildings are down, or all the machines are down. Still lots of work on facades and cleaning up all the scaffolding. Let's see what the power situation looks like. So, yeah, I thought we were going to get back to like 13.5. I'm missing a gigawatt somewhere. But 7, so 12.5 minus 7. Let's see. I'm gonna go on the low spot here. So 12.5 minus 7.5, I guess. That's about 5 gigawatts. Takes 6 to start it, so we're definitely not going to try to start the whole thing. I don't like the way this thing is wired. I'm gonna delete this wire here, and we'll delete this wire here. Now, if we turn this on, I think I may have turned off the power to the pump. Let's go check that. Yeah, it doesn't have any power. Hey, buddy. Does this guy have power? No. Okay. Yeah, we did have a power outage yesterday because I was trying to conserve power and I turned off the rubber factory, and then that packed up my 5 gigawatt factory. I forgot to put an awesome sink on it. I had an awesome sink, but I had an awesome sink on the rubber part, not on the polymer part. We want to be strategic about how we turn this thing back on. This one should have power. It does. What we're gonna do No. I'm going to go here. High-speed connectors. Okay, well, I guess we won't use that one. But about this one? This one we're good. But where are we going to put it? So, what we want, we have a bunch of unofficial power, all of these power poles. This one is official. So this should actually be getting its power from an official power pole, which this is going to be one. And yeah. Okay. So this is official now. And we'll connect it to here. And that should bring on this bottom section. And the top section is off, which is what we want. And then we'll take this. I guess we gotta go this way. Wire's too long. Yeah, I'm actually not taking into account how much those guys need. This is the guy we want to power. Two hours to put up 288 fuel generators, not too bad. Okay. We're live. Extracting. Need oh. We need power shards. This thing's supposed to be doing 600. Flow is 0. But There we go. So this pipe's totally full. Yeah, so we're out of heavy oil residue here. So let's just flush the whole network. That should wake everybody up. We do need to get rid of this polymer resin. Put a merger on this guy. All right. So these guys should be able to do their thing. Now we need to get this heavy oil residue up here. And we need to get our water up here. Water is a little bit special because we have 3 pipes and we need 4. But I do need to take my fix-it recommended break here. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. And then we'll work on that. We need to balance those pipes. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that. Here's somebody shooting at me, though. I'm going to go hide so I don't die while I'm getting my coffee. All right. We'll be right back. Okay. Back. Partially caffeinated. Let's turn this thing on. It's been a long time coming. So, we might need a pump here. Fortunately, after we get to this one, we don't need any pumps over there because that's going to be gas. Rocket fuels the gas, doesn't need pumps. And we're going to disable this line right here just so we don't... Oh, we won't have our lights either, but whatever, it's fine. So what we're going to do for the water, we've got 3 pipes here. They're actually carrying 1,800, and we just need 1,200, so we got plenty. Oh my god. I got a little jump scare there. So this is Sanctuary Park, so we don't kill the creatures here. We just, you know, just coexist. But it has been a little hectic at times. So what we want to do is we'll take 2 pipes and we'll split them. We'll split them 1 time, and then we'll run, you know, 1/2 in here, 1/2 in there. Same with the other one. Then we'll take the other pipe and we got to split it 4 ways. And then we'll run that in from the backside over here into these 4 inputs. And that should get us enough water to run this thing. And then obviously the heavy oil residue is going to come from over here. So let's do the heavy oil residue first. There are 2 of them. And so we'll just take the top from here and then the top of there and the bottom from here and to the bottom of there. But we're just going to do the bottom now. So I guess the question is, which way we're going to route it. And the answer is this way. I don't think that this thing can... yeah. We definitely want to stay up high here. We want to be in straight mode. Yeah, it won't reach high enough, so we have to use the stacking. And how tall is that? This is 3 tall, I'm sure. So if we go 1, 2, 3, and then connect this to there, be good. What's the line here? Let's turn the light on. So this one is... So that's the center, so it's 1 off the center. This is center, and it's right there. Why? So we'll go back to... Try that. Curve. That's the one we want. Yeah, it's a little bit mugged, but maybe we can try it the other way. Less mugged. Alright, and this one should yeah, we're gonna put a junction right here. Hey, Basses. Third playthrough. Yeah, this is my third playthrough since got back. Hey, Powick. Beep boop. I didn't realize you guys had chatted it up while I was getting my coffee. Got so excited to turn this thing on. Yeah, Basilisk, I'm building it again. I got 288 generators I put down this morning. Here's the heavy oil residue. Here's the diluted fuel. And then, of course, the nitro rocket fuel right here. And yeah, we're about ready to turn on. We don't have a lot of power, so we're going to only turn on half of it. I think looks like we have about less than 5 gigawatts of headroom, and it takes about 6.5 or something to turn the whole thing on. So we're just going to turn on half of it. But right now, what we need is a junction. We're going down the center here. All right, well, I guess we have to do the pipe first. Let's do this. I mean, I wouldn't consider doing anything else at this point. I know that Sasha, I think, Sashin had was questioning me about why I didn't do nuclear power, and yeah, the answer is because nuclear power is extremely annoying. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing to snap. There we go. We got a snap. All right. This part looks good. We're gonna have to put a pump on. Yeah, now that I think about it, we probably should merge these two. Wait, can we merge these two? How much is this making? This is making 25 per minute, and we've got what, 16? 400. Yeah, we can merge these two. I'm gonna merge these down here. So we only need one pump. But that means we need to do another junction down here. Which is no problem. Just run this pipe out to here. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, it should be plenty. Go up. We're going up 3 here? Um, yeah, this might be a little bit of a tight squeeze. Might have to go from the other side. So I want to just connect it right into there. Let's delete this. Yeah, it's not gonna work. What if we do? Come on. Just snap to anything, please. Okay. Well, we got it to snap something. And that's in a good location. Yeah, so this actually should hopefully work. We can now bring this one back up here. Not there. There. Then we just got to get that other one into here. We'll do straight mode. Where'd you go on vacation, Basilisk? Anywhere exciting? And you Europeans can go to another country just by hopping on the train for an hour or two, right? Honestly, I don't want a clip, but I honestly don't care. Sweden, 1 hour drive to Sweden, huh? Wow. I've never been to Sweden. Been to Amsterdam. Yeah, I guess we'll go above here. Oh, 11 hours. Yeah, that's quite different. Okay, this is such a mess. I don't really like what's happening here. This thing is horrific. So, let's try something slightly different. I hate it when it does that. Alright, we're gonna try this. Is there a bridge or something? You gotta take a bridge to get there? Who knows if this thing is gonna need a... Oh, look at that. Got a pink pipe holder. Okay, well, it's not super gorgeous, but that's what we're working with for the moment. Let's go see how this looks. I think we should be fine. Yeah, we're fine here. All right. And we're painting these the same color. So we'll use this one here. Beautiful. And let's paint our... We're using chrome for our T-junctions. We don't really need one here, but it is what it is. All right. We got to deal with the water, and there are some bad dudes over here we need to deal with also. So we're going to take 2 of those pipes. We're going to split them, run them in here, take them up there. We're gonna need some pipeline supports. Put this guy in there. Okay. And... Yeah, I guess if we go this way... I'm very annoyed at the lack of snap. Sometimes you can get it to snap like this. I did get it to snap, but not to the right place. Just kind of keep laying them down until it snaps where you want it. That's where we want it. Nope. If I rotate it up, it snaps where I want it, but not if I rotate it towards it. There we go. We got a snap. How about another one? Can we get another one, please? Nice. I think that's it. Maybe one of these should be a 4-way. So no, that's fine. We'll just bring this one back a little further than this one on our way up. Oh, well, there's the heavy oil residue right there, but nobody will care if we clip right through that. All right. Oh. Wait. Yeah, no, that's what it should do. I think that's correct. Yeah, so the water comes in here. It'll get split off that way, and then up this way still. Ooh, who knows what's going to happen with the pump. Well, whatever. We'll put another small pump on there if we need. And then we'll do the same thing with this one. Perfectly intersecting pipes. Exactly what you guys want. This is expecting him to be vertical. Okay. Now we just need to connect two pipes here. So the middle one will go here. This one will go here. Hey, that doesn't even look super horrible. You know, I don't know. We're gonna need pumps on here or not. We're definitely gonna need pumps to get up there, I'm sure. But we're not dealing with that right now. We got water all the way here. This is actually enough. If we turn this thing on, we should be getting some fuel. Or, what is it? What are we making? Yeah, we're making fuel, right? Oh, we haven't plumbed any of this outside here yet. And just like that, they're full. Nice. Everybody shut off already. We turned it on for like 10 seconds. Okay. What do we do over here? Oh, this is the nitrogen. Should paint this. Mm. Bro, get off my platform. Okay. Yeah. We need to update these. No? How about over here? Let me do it over here. This one's big enough. So, rocket fuel blenders. Looks like we had the nitro going in, the nitrogen's going in on the bottom. And so fuel on the top. And we need some color. We're using this one. We're not using this one yet. So we want a nice red with just a little hint of orange. And we're using nitrogen on the bottom. Nitrogen on the bottom. What happened to our nitrogen color? Oops. Oh, I guess that's why I had already painted these, but now they are back to normal. I don't know exactly what happened here. Did I use this one? Chrome. Chrome junctions. And then we actually have a fuel color here. Can't fly any higher. Yeah. It's kind of, I mean, it's good. It's good that it works that way, I guess, because then, you can just change the color of the swatch, and all the factories that you have that paint will get updated. But if you don't paint things, like I forgot to paint these buildings, paint these fuel generators. Now I got to go through and paint them all individually. I forgot to paint the friggin' blueprint. Okay, so yeah, you know, maybe I should be using a different color instead of this concrete structure. Let's do that. That way, oops. That way it's got its own swatch. And all my nitrogen stuff can be painted with that. And fuel. And then rocket fuel. So, looks like I didn't wire the lighting either. So let's do that also. And I do want to wire to upstairs, or no? So this one goes... Yeah, they're wired this way, and then this way, and then this way. And even though I want the top floor disabled for now, I do want to have the blueprint wired correctly. And do it. Do I do this? Yeah, okay. Okay, I think that's it. Take a quick look at the paint. Probably should paint these belts too. So what do we have? We've got sulfur and coal. So we're using this for coal. Doesn't really matter which is which. Okay. I think that's it. And then, do we have a color for sulfur yet? And then the long belt here. So we're doing coal on the left from this side. So we'll do the sulfur first. Okay. I think that's it. Somehow we got a yellow junction here. All right. We still got to bring those belts over here, but first we're going to delete these guys. We don't need auto connect for this. How do I delete that power connection to up there without deleting this? Don't really do it. I guess it is what it is. Wait. Yeah. We just delete just this one is what we do. Come on. Why? There we go. Okay, just delete that one. We don't care about the lights. Let's see what our power situation looks like here. This one's gonna take 600. And we got plenty. Is this first one? Is this one on? Yeah, these ones are on. Cool. All right, let's flip the switch. Now we need to get fuel over here and the sulfur and the coal. We're gonna have to do a balancer. Because we got 3 and we need 4 for the sulfur. I've never done a 3 into 4, but I think it's the same thing as, I don't know, 2 1 into 2s or something like that. So take a splitter and another splitter. So we come in here with 1 belt. We got 3 belts. This will make 6, but we need actually each one of these need to be split as well. And now we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 3 belts in. And now we need to merge. We'd be better if we went this way. Or no. No, actually, I mean, it's like 6 one, half dozen the other. It doesn't... Either way, we're kind of screwed. We're just going to have this little messy bit where this one goes into that one. So both of these go into here. No. This is not right. I should just do this with the single belt, actually, and get that figured out before I try to do it with 3 belts. Okay, let's get rid of this one. So, 1 belt comes in, it gets split. Well, no, it doesn't really matter if we do 1 belt. So each belt needs to be split 4 ways. And then we take each of those 4 so here's 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And then we need to merge all 4 from each layer. No. Have a merger here that should take all of them from here. So now we just need 4 of these things. I know there's a way to make this clean, but I don't know what it is. I think what you do is you do one of those little shorty lifts, but I don't know how to do a shorty lift. I've seen people do it. But this will work even if it's ugly, so I'm gonna do it. Okay. So there's 2. We just need... Oops. Gonna move it over here a little bit so we got some more room. And we need to do the same thing. And then one more over here. This thing is quite ugly. Wait, that's the wrong direction. God dang it. That should be enough. What? Oh. That's the input there. As long as we can get that in there, then we should be fine. I know there's a way to make that shorty lift, and that would prettify this thing. But we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we need to go out this one as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's beautiful. Alright, let's just save it and use it. And we'll make a clean one later. Okay, so that's gonna go, we're gonna hide that underneath somewhere. I see some dismantle crates down here. Okay. Anything else? Looks like it's pretty clean. Alright, so we've got our 3 sulfurs over here somewhere. Where are they? They're up here. And we need to get them over here. And where are we going to put this contraption? We need to make a one for the coal, but that's just 2 into 2. Well, let's give it its its own little showcase right out here so we can appreciate its beauty. Right. How many times I gotta tell you, get off my platform, bro? Come on. Maybe we should do it over here. We don't have any power. I don't know what's going to happen if I connect that over there. Well, it didn't kill us. So it's 4 gigawatts. Ooh. Those overclocked Mark III miners are seriously causing us pain. But actually, these guys are already lit up, but they're not working. So that's going to be a huge, huge problem. So, actually, I know what the solution is. The solution is to turn those on, build up some sulfur buffer, so that we can turn them back off and use the sulfur buffer to start the thing. So that's what we need to do. Is there a power pole around here somewhere? I guess we ran the power down below, huh? Okay. I kind of want to go down. I don't want to be above the trees here. Or should we go down over here? We just basically want to hide it. We don't want it to be visible. Creature's in the way. Well, get the hell out of the way, creature. Come on. Come on over here. Come on. Over here. I'm over here, buddy. Come get me. There you go. Yeah, we can have our little staging area right here where we do our splitting. Our balancing. Okay, here's where we get at our beautiful 3-into-4 balancer. Why doesn't it look right? Did I not save it again? Did I forget to save it? I hope I didn't clear it. Yeah, it's still there. These two are lit up. We need to delete that wire. Should not be lit. This is what we want, right? Yeah, I don't think that's what we had there when we were... You know what? It's saved under a different name, that's why. It's actually this one here. Yep. That's what the problem is. I didn't save it under the right name. Okay. So 3 goes in there. We get 1 out, 2 out here, and 2 out there. So we'll put a buffer on each one of those outputs. I don't know if that's going to be enough. So now we need to get the monstrosity out. And inputs are going to be here. This is lined up. These are on center. I can bring it back a little bit. Should work. So this one goes on to the ground. Oops, not there. What happened? Oh, we don't have these belts connected. All right. Now we want to store some of this up. We should actually not put it there. We want to put them all in a line. Actually, we don't want that one there. We want that one in here. This one here. Oh. Let's go straight for this. Okay, can't do that. Do this one first. And wait, no, this is not the one. Doesn't belong there. This actually goes here. That one goes in there. Okay. Something's blocked here. Wait. I have more than I need? I do. I'm actually splitting this 5 ways. Yeah, I don't need this one. Yeah, I don't know if this thing's working or not, but we'll figure it out later. Okay. So yeah, the main thing is that that belt is not enough. So we have to bring one in here, one up there, and then one back there and one up there. But let's get the coal. This is normal, yeah. $300 megawatts. Could bring it in here. Okay, and then we have the other coal over here. Looks like this guy is getting too much. Well, we'll deal with that a little bit later. So we got coal here. We got coal here. We need to do another balancer. This one's a lot easier. So we split them both and merge them both. gonna put a merger right here. And another one here. And then same thing with this guy. Okay. And then put one of these guys right here. Okay. And then that one can just come over here and go straight in, because we don't have to do any funky shenanigans. Yeah, this is definitely filling faster. Twice as fast. So I'm gonna have to figure that out a bit. Well, we only need this one to do our first. Yeah, I kind of need that, but that's fine. Why? Oh my god, are these backwards? Oh shit, they're backwards. No big deal. That's the way they're supposed to be. I don't know how I got them backwards last time. There we go. Is that... That's not right. Okay. I got the power a little bit backwards, but no big deal. What's that gonna do for us? Woo! We should put more sulfur in these guys. Give us lots of headroom when we turn this thing on. Because we're gonna have to disable those Mark III miners probably. This is kind of like what it's like having a toddler in the house. You're just trying to take care of your business and constantly bombarded. Probably do that with the coal as well. So sulfur, instead of doing this, we're gonna put a floor hole right here. because we need to bring it in on 2 belts. Could have done that with the coal as well, but am I gonna die? I might just die. Hey, we got sulfur, we got coal. Don't have nitrogen. These guys have power. The only thing we need is fuel here. If we get some fuel, then we can... Oh, let's use an inhaler also. Once we get the fuel over there, well, then we gotta plumb this and run it into there. But we're close. Alright, I need to take just a few moments break, and we'll see if we can turn this thing on. Okay, we're in the final stretches here. Do this. Get this thing started. So, what we need to do is get fuel from there over to here, and then get rocket fuel from here over to there. And ordinarily, I would build a blueprint for this. But I'm in a bit of a hurry. I gotta think about what we need here. So fuel, I think we're totally good on fuel with 2 pipes. No, 100 per minute. So we definitely need 4 pipes. Oh, well, that just means that we have to bring in the other pipe right here. So one pipe can go in here, the other pipe can go in down there. Fuel goes on top. We're making rocket fuel. You can barely tell the difference, but it is different. No, we don't want chrome, we want junction. Now we want chrome. Maybe we should be careful here and only do a quarter instead of a half like I was thinking. Yeah. I'm gonna disable this. Starting to get a little scary. Oh, there we go. That gave us a bunch of headroom. And then rocket fuel, it's 150 per minute. So we're gonna need a bunch of pipes. One pipe can support 4 of these. And there's 4 quadrants. Is that true? Yeah, we're not gonna even hook this one up yet. We're gonna just do a quarter. So wait. Yeah, 150. So each one of these needs a pipe. So this is 300. How many of these guys can we turn on with 300? Who knows? Well, this is a job for the modeler, I guess. 600 can operate 144, but we're doing half. So 72. Where are we at? Are we in crude? So we have 32 per layer. We got some power. We got some power at least. Our first power. Ooh-wee. 5 megawatts. 5 gigawatts. We might be out of the woods. We got plenty of headroom over here. Six. I mean, this is, what, 8 times 2? 16 machines, and I think we're supposed to be able to do 72 out of, oh, but we're only using an 8, not even a quarter. So, what is that, 36? We should be able to do 36, and we're doing 16. And we definitely are over the amount of time that I like to stream. But I did want to get some power since we were nervously close to disaster. $265 a minute. Eight gigawatts. Well, this is very exciting. I know we don't have everything plumbed. We barely are making any amount of power, but we did get some power turned on. So it's been a long haul to get here. I mean, it's only the third stream, but it's been about around 10 hours now, or maybe 11 hours to get this far. Plus I did a little bit of prep work and did a little bit of work in between streams. So we're probably near 14 hours or something. We got a lot to do. Got to figure out what's going on with this. Oh, yeah. Let's at least get... Let's see how we did. We have a lot of sulfur here, but... Not sure why it's not moving. This guy's idle. A little scary. Pump situation, most likely, huh? There's lots of fuel. Hey, buddy. This is not straight. Looks crooked, but I think it might be straight. Yeah, it's starting to come down. All the inputs look... Oh, it's a compacted coal. That's what the problem is. We gotta delete... Gotta delete that. Forgot about that part. In order to just not completely run out of power, we are going to just sync this real quick. And let's put a merger on this one. I'm going to come and redo all of this, but we want to just make a little bit of power right now. Keep this going. So yeah, all of this, and we have 2 blenders that are working. But 2 blenders, it's making 300, and I think 300 will support quite a bit. Let's go see what the number is over here. So this is 8.33 per minute. So 300 divided by 8.33 is 36. And we have 32 right here on this. So let's just plug these guys in also. So that should make 16 gigawatts. pay no attention to this. We're going to take this 16 gigawatts, put it back into our grid, and we'll have more than double what we started with, and then we'll have enough to turn everything else on and get everything plumbed correctly. Make sure we still have sulfur coming back. We don't have any sulfur coming back. I mean, we did just turn it on a second ago. But let's go run down. Oh, wait. Why does this guy not have power? I thought we turned it back on, I guess not. We hooked this up to something, but it was not something that had power, apparently. This is official power anyway. Do that. Now we should get some sulfur back. Get rid of this one. This guy should be energized. And we had a big jump in consumption there. We still have a lot of sulfur to hold us over until it gets here. Should get here pretty quickly. But let's go and check our power here. There we go. Now we're connected back into the main grid. Our max consumption is still way above, but we're producing 19 gigawatts right now. And we're only burning 9, so we got a 10 gigawatt headroom. That should keep us going. You can see how little of the factory is lit up. We're not really running hardly any of it. But that was the goal, just to start part of it and get enough power so that we can turn the rest on. But I think I'm about done for this stream. We did the thing that we need to do. Still have a bunch of cleanup. Oh yeah, cool, we're getting sulfur back now. I turned off those Mark III triple overclocked miners, or 2.5 overclocked miners that are way down there to get us a little bit more power. We got lots of cleanup to do, and beautification. And powering on. But for the moment, that's going to do it. Appreciate everybody that stopped by and chatted. Appreciate all the subs and the likes. And let's check the sub situation out. 674. One more for the sub goal. 675. And appreciate subs and likes. You want to hit the bell? That'd be great too. I'm streaming pretty much every day, usually in the morning on West Coast time and in the afternoon as well. Not sure if I'm going to do this afternoon or not. Been going at it pretty heavy for these last couple of days, so I might take a break this afternoon. I'll probably do a little bit of work on the factory and start to clean up and get ready to power the rest of this thing up. I'll definitely do that on the next stream. So I really appreciate everybody swinging by and saying hi, and very stoked about our progress. So we will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.